morning. It is April 1st, about, I don't know, almost 10 o'clock. I am starting the week off this Monday. Headed up about an hour and a little more than an hour away. Hour 15, hour 20, depending on the way I go. To look at trailers. I'm really kind of caught in between what to do here. In terms of need, I probably really just need a tandem axle utility 16, 18 foot open utility trailer with, you know, two 3,500 pound axles, so 7K. I would like the gate to be reinforced though. That's my thing, because I'm picking up a 1025R. The weight of that machine, as I have spec'd, is a little under 3,000 pounds. So depending upon what, I have a couple ballast options in the back, but depending upon what rear ballast options I go with for counterweight, I'm looking at 2,600 pounds on the low end to just like 2,900 pounds, basically 3,000 pounds on the high end. That's just for that machine. That's not including carrying around extra attachments, extra pieces of equipment, whatever. So anyway, let's say 3,000 pounds will make it even. Let's say, let's just do super simple math. Let's say the utility trailer, a 7K utility trailer weighs in at 2,000 pounds. So 7 minus 2 is 5, and the tractor's 3. So that leaves me with plenty of extra weight. Weight isn't the problem. The gross vehicle weight rating, GVWR, on the trailer is not the problem at 7. I can get away with that. The problem is, I need those 3,000 pounds or so to be on the trailer gate at once, because this 1025R has such a short wheelbase. It's a smaller tractor. All that weight is going to be on the trailer gate at one time. So this is why, an equipment trailer with dedicated ramps is a good idea with one of these. But I'm using this trailer as all around for lawn care work and stuff like that. So I want a ramp gate, a single ramp gate, but with reinforced ladder style reinforcements on that gate. So, and yes, they do make 7K trailers with that gate, but they're very, very hard to find. So I go back and forth with, what the heck I want to do. And when it comes down to it, it's more expensive, and I don't really need 10,000 pounds. Although, if I ever rent a piece of equipment, I guess I don't have to rent a trailer and don't have to worry about, unless I'm getting a huge freaking skid steer. I would probably, if I'm gonna rent something, just rent something small, and small meaning heavy equipment, but small heavy equipment. Something that could, a 10,000 pound trailer would suffice for, but it's just, I don't need it. They're a little heavier. I don't really mind the extra weight. I mean, just the weight doesn't even scratch the surface of what the truck I use can pull. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I guess the 10K trailer is better built. Stronger, obviously, but just better built in general. Better tires, better brakes, better everything. So, you know, it's just, it's about $1,000 extra, or even a little bit more. 15, it's somewhere in the like $1,200, $1,400 range. And I'm like, if it's one of those things, if you don't need it, do you want it? But it's good to have. So I'm just trying to figure out, they have pricing online, which is good because that helps. I'm gonna go take a ride, see how, sorry, this road is really bumpy, see how firm they are on their prices. The other annoying thing is, this is a good thing to keep in mind if you have a business. I keep a lot of my money, the business's money, tied up into high yield savings accounts. Sorry, this is which takes a long time to. It's one of the biggest downsides of this, of one of those kinds of accounts. They make you nice money on interest and stuff, but boy, I tell you, there's no reason why, especially if there's a weekend or something about it. Takes, if you do a transaction on a Monday, you probably get it by the end of the week. But God forbid you try and do a transaction on, I think I try to move money on a Thursday, and it's going to be like a full freaking week. I'm like, what do you do? Available Wednesday. I'm like, what are you doing? That really turns people off from, using a different bank like that. So, some of these places have, I don't mind throwing the trailer on a credit card, and, I'll pay for it right away, obviously, but, some of these places have a big, huge, but a few $100 difference between, like a cash/check, or credit card. Credit cards obviously being the upcharge. And if you are, a few $100, why waste a few $100 to put it on a card? It's not like you get all that back in your points or whatever. So, it just makes sense to write a check for it. But, then that basically limits you from making not rash spending, but, you can't, I can't just decide today, with the amount of money in the business checking account, hey, I'm going to, buy a trailer. And then this trailer deal, I have trailer dealers that are 20, I have 3 trailer dealers that are all 20, 25, 30 minutes away from me. Not far, but I have a lot of choices close. And they normally carry this stuff, but, the bigger one being Hudson River Truck and Trailer, they only have really long versions of the 10K utility trailer. They only have 22 or 24 foot, and I don't need that length. I mean, I'm honestly, this place an hour or so away from me. I don't want to go too long. This place an hour or so away from me has an 18 foot, which I think is a pretty decent size for the 1025R, because I'm going to use this for mowing too, mowing mostly, and then using it with the tractor. The tractor's going to have a rear attachment. It's going to have the loader and a rear attachment, but nothing crazy long, like no brush hog or whatever yet. But if push comes to shove, I'd like to be the ability to have like a 5-foot brush hog behind me. So anyway, I feel like I'm rambling, but I don't want, but let's say 80% of the time, this trailer is going to have 2 mowers on it, a 0 turn and a V-ride, and that could be on a 14-foot trailer. So okay, 18, you have a few extra feet on each end, whatever, no big deal. But when you start getting over 20, then you're talking, you have a lot of empty space, and you're, you know, and it's also like, some of my properties are extremely rural where I have all the room in the world to, you know, I could have a 30-foot trailer if I wanted to, you know. And then some of the trailers are, some of the properties are, actually I've gotten rid of my HOAs now, but, you know, small lots. I've got one that's like a half-acre lot. Let me just put this down. We got a construction zone here.
Watch out, construction on road.
All right, we're back. Sorry, I was getting, they were doing road construction and closing the road, and I didn't want to be filming myself here. Pardon the noise. This is going to keep rerouting me. There's a lot of parkways around here where commercial trucks aren't allowed on, and sometimes I run the pickup with the commercial plate on them, but if there's a route that's it's like 5 minutes and it's legal for me to go, so I'd rather just take 5 extra minutes and not risk it. You know, if it was something like adding, you know, 30 extra minutes, I wouldn't do it. You know, I just. But anyway, so I'm also I don't really have time to wait. I don't want to go. There's a lot of trailers that are like 7K with the ladder rack. I keep saying ladder rack, ladder style ramp. Which when I say that, I mean full mesh gate, like regular mesh gate with the ladder ramp welded to that, and so that reinforces. So you use it as a regular mesh gate plus the you know, plus you have the reinforcements for something heavier. That's what I mean. But they're in like, I'm in New York, so all that stuff is either, you know, New York's a huge state, so it's either hours upon hours away, or it's hours away out of state in, you know, Pennsylvania or Connecticut or whatever. And the problem with buying a trailer out of state is they'll give you like a little temp tag, which is fine, but then you have to deal with the New York State DMVs and registering it, and you know, that could be a full day, and I don't have the time for that. I'd rather just go to a place where they could plate it right there, they can inspect it, plate it, it's good to go, and that's it. But that's where I'm at. So anyway, I'm gonna go take a look at this dealer. They're huge. They have several hundred. When I say hundreds upon hundreds of trailers, I mean hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of trailers. But no 7K with mesh gate, with ladder gate. So, which is all right. They do have. I'm gonna come up to a place in a minute that has really nice 16-foot cam trailer, 7K. It doesn't have the reinforcements on the ramp, but this guy wants like $4,500 if it's cash. I think 47 if it's on a card. The big trailer store that I'm going to has the same exact trailer, I believe, except he wants a few $100. I think he wants like 5K for it. The one I'm going to see, he's got one left. He had 2 on last week. Now he has 1. So it's popular, I guess. It's an 18-foot. So those were both 16-foot cams. This is an 18-foot cam with the 10K axle. He wants basically $6,000 for that. Now, I'll go home with that trailer today if I can spend $6,000 on a card, because I don't have the money on a check right now. I did bring a check because I guess if I really want to, I could transfer some of the personal money. I could transfer some. I could write a check from my personal account, and you know, pay myself back from the business. You know, I don't like to do that stuff. I like to keep it just all one, but it's an option. Here's here's one of the trailer dealers. That's actually, I can see the cam, but that cam is nice because it's all LED lights. It's very premium. LED lights. The fenders are like like a heavy diamond plate fender, rather than just like a cheap steel fender, because this guy I'm going to has cams. He's got Big Tex. But Big Tex, I think a Big Tex is a nice little trailer, except their fenders are cheap. They're cheap, and he's got they're not really pictured well, but he's got all kinds of little discounts. $300 discount for this one, 300, whatever, for misaligned fenders and all this stuff on the Big Tex. So clearly, they have some quality control issues. And their trailers are a little more than the cam, but still all LED, whatever. So I'm gonna go and see if he can give me this 10K cam for $6,000 now. So I want a few $100s off, because I want $6K out the door. That's title, everything. Tags, title tags, fee, all that nonsense, tax. If it's a little over $6,000, it's a little over $6,000. But my other option that had been thinking of is to drive all the way past Buffalo. Huge 5.5 hour trip for me, which would be crazy. But they've got 10K trailers with these ramps for $5K out the door. Rather than, because I'm thinking, honestly, this one's $6,000, right? He's probably adding a couple $100s for a card. Say $62,000. Then you got a few $100s tax on that. Then you got a few $100s to plate it. All of a sudden, you go from $6,000 to, you could get up to near $7,000 real quick. So that's this keeps freaking out. I'm headed over into Poughkeepsie across the Mid-Hudson Bridge. That's to the thruway. That's about what I'm going, and this does not want me to go on that for some reason. Whatever. But anyway, just move over here. So worst comes to worst, I guess this is going to be a dud of a trip. I need the trailer right away, so if he's playing hardball and we don't go the 10K route, and I'm gonna go 7K route with no ramp and just chance the weight on the ramp, then I think I'm just gonna get the trailer close to here. It's on my way home anyway. That way, if anything happens, I could have it serviced just real close to home, and it's cheaper to begin with, and I don't even have to play super hardball. I don't know. Or I'm there, and while I'm there, I just pick it up and it's one less. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But I still have about an hour to go. Catch you guys later.